Hi everyone, this is Kim Avila, coordinator of the VI program at George Mason. I'm going to show you our new technology for accessing our synchronous web conference classes. So previously we used Blackboard Collaborate Classic, and now we're switching over to Blackboard Collaborate Ultra. It's fairly easy to use. I'm going to show you, each course instructor is going to set it up in a different method, but the overall process will be the same. So I'm going to show you, this is from one of my current classes that'll start this spring semester. I'm going to show you how to access it. In my class, I put it under a content link, so from the home page, so I'm in my course home page. I'm going to go to the content link, and so for example, to access the week 1, I'm going to put a link under each week for the Collaborate Ultra. Some professors might actually put the Blackboard Collaborate Ultra link on the navigation bar, so you would access it there. Every instructor is going to be different. This is just the method that I'm going to use. So you access the Blackboard Collaborate Ultra link, and I am going to enter in, I have a student view set up on my account to show you, and I'm going to have you ignore these setup sessions down here. Just go to Join Room, okay, at the designated time for your class, or if you want to practice with Collaborate, you can also go to Join Room and you can practice some of these sessions and things. So I did send out some information regarding Ultra. There are accessibility and keyboard commands that are available. Collaborate Ultra does recommend either using Chrome or Firefox. I think they do have a recommendation for Macs. I don't have a Mac here to practice with, but they do have the recommendations that you have the latest version of Chrome or Firefox. If you are using a screen reader, they have quite a bit of instructions on how to follow the JAWS commands or voiceover commands. If you're using JAWS with Windows, then you want to use the Firefox, which is the latest edition. There are some keyboard commands that are universal that you can use if you are not using a screen reader, if you want to use keyboard commands, and there are things that you should know about accessing the platform regardless. So one of the most important commands that you need to know as a student is the mute button, how to silence yourself, because we can hear everything that goes on if you're unmuted. Visually on the screen, there at the bottom in the center, there is a microphone with a big flash through it that you can click on it and you can unmute yourself and you can mute yourself. I am right now recording through a different program, so I am muted. If I wanted to unmute myself, I would either click this little microphone button to unmute, or I can use the keyboard command. The keyboard command is Alt+M. And I just unmuted again by hitting Alt+M. So everyone can access that keyboard command regardless of screen reader use. The best way to access all of our web conference programs is to have a headset with a microphone and a headphone attached, that all-in-one. You'll notice that people who don't have that set up, they create a lot of echoes, and we all leave the class with a migraine because when they try to talk, there's a constant feedback. So if you're not talking, please make sure you're muted. And if you are talking, please make sure you have a headset with a microphone and headphone. Every computer is different. The one I use for my home computer is different than my work computer because they have different hookups. Another important keyboard command or command to know is how to raise your hand. So I can raise my hand by clicking on it, or I can hit Alt-H. Okay, and that would tell the instructor you have a question. There is a link here for share video. In most of my classes, we don't use our webcams, but if you do need to use your webcam because you're doing a type of presentation that requires you to demonstrate something, you can certainly do that by either clicking on this icon here at the bottom in the middle, or you can do, I think the keyboard command is Alt+v. Let me see if that does it. Actually, I don't have my webcam configured, so it's not going to show it anyway. So on screen, if your instructor is showing a presentation or a website or a different type of app, when he or she posts that information, it'll show up here in the center for you. Okay? Onto the right bottom side of the screen, there's a little arrow, double arrow key here. And if you access that, you'll notice that you have some more options. So first of all, you have a chat option that you can say, hi everyone, or ask a question or whatnot. The next button to the right is the participant button, and that is where you can look at all of the different types of people that are, all the different folks that are online with you. When you arrow over your name, okay, it comes up with this little, I don't even know what to call that. It's a little icon to show you how strong your internet connection is. This is a fantastic way to check and see how strong your internet is. And I highly encourage you to be hardwired to the internet in a good location with internet access, high-speed internet. So you can arrow over, and I'll also be able to see if my students have a lagging internet connection, if that's why they're not answering questions and so on. Okay, if you are in a class where you need to share content, oh dear, I just got disconnected. Wasn't that fun? And those things happen. I'm not quite sure why that happened, so I just went to reconnect. Okay, I'm going to go back over here, share content. Okay, if you are giving a presentation, your instructor will hand over moderator privileges to you, and you can upload your presentation there. And if you're in Chrome, the first time I tried to upload something, it did ask that I provide that I do some type of Chrome extension to allow that upload. Thankfully, in this version, it's allowing us to upload the PowerPoints, which is fantastic. I will say, for those of you in the Braille class, it does not recognize the SimBraille font. It converts it incorrectly. So for those of you taking Braille and you have to upload a SimBraille, please take note that you're going to need to save it as a PDF. If you save it as a PDF, it works perfectly fine. Okay, settings. This is a great place when you first log into your class. You can change your settings if you want to change your speaker volume. If you want to change your microphone volume, you can do that here. You can also access the panel where it says audio test and to check your microphone and headphone, and you can do a quick test to make sure everything is set up. Okay, it's also going to ask for a webcam test. I'm going to say yes, it's working, because it doesn't say, well, not applicable. But the other option that is wonderful that we oftentimes do use in our classes is the ability to access the session over the phone. So I find the phone extremely helpful if an internet connection is lagging. So if the audio is delayed, if your microphone isn't working, if your headset's not working, you are more than welcome to call in through the phone. And I can't give you the phone number in advance. The basic way that you call in over the phone, you access this link, and it gives you your own little PIN number, but it gives you a 571, which is a Virginia phone number, and then it gives you an individual PIN number. So don't write down the one on my screen, because it won't work for you. It will only work for me. Each person will get their own, and then for me as the instructor, that identifies who you are on the phone to me as I'm teaching. Okay, so take note of that. You have to log in to Blackboard Ultra on your computer in order to access this. If I were to call in right now with my phone and put in my PIN number, what would happen is it would take my audio away, okay, right here, my ability to speak, and I would hear and be able to speak over the phone. Make sure you mute your phone, okay? That's very important. And then you'll also be able to mute it here on screen. Now, if my computer lag goes away and I want to get off the phone, I can simply do that by disconnecting my phone, and then I can reselect that I'm going to use my computer microphone, okay? So pretty basic, pretty easy. Also, a second place that you can get, so I click this X here, and again, for those who use a screen reader or those who use accessibility functions, there are keyboard commands on that Ultra site to help you out. One other place that you can get the phone number, okay, if you access at the top left side of the screen, there's a triple menu bar, the little line at the top left. Normally this would say use phone for audio, okay. I had already clicked on it, and then it gave me that same phone number. Okay, this is pretty simple, and I think some of the biggest things that you'll have to be comfortable with are, of course, being able to sign in, log in. If we do have a guest, I'm able to send people guest links to our our site so they can log in when we have guest speakers, or if for some reason you cannot get onto your computer to log into Blackboard, I can send you a guest link as well to that session, or your professor can as well. So thank you so much. Good luck this semester, and I look forward to working with all of you.